and peaceful and energetic morning to each one of you. And today we have gathered here for a very wonderful topic. It's making peace with inner conflicts and the resistance within. So basically, what we will do today is delve into the practical strategies. If we are having inner conflicts, how do we deal with it? When we have resistance, how do we go beyond that resistance and make a change for ourselves? So this is me. I will take this part later because we have only 8 minutes. So about me, I'll tell later. And so what are inner conflicts? So inner conflicts are basically, there are two minds running. In any situation, you will see one mind is the logical mind, which is the left brain basically. It tells us, okay, you should do this because this is the pros and cons of it, the logical mind. And there is one part which is basically your inner part. Your inner self, the heart, you say that my gut feeling is telling me something else. Now there are conflicts arises. For the same situation, you will say the logical mind is saying something else and the intuitive mind, which we call the right brain, from where it's activated, it says something else. So how in a particular situation when two things, for the same situation we are having two opinions within ourselves, sometimes we are stuck. So the good news is that, both voices are valuable and we need to honor and respect both the voices and integrate it in our self with that opinion and with that situation. So there is a very beautiful quote by Cheryl Richardson. He said that if you avoid the conflict to keep the peace, you are avoiding that conflict. For the temporary you will feel peace, but what will happen? You start a war inside yourself. So although you say that, okay, let me be out of it, okay, let me go with it, but internally you are not at peace with yourself, and so a war, literally a war type of a situation happens, which is not good. Now two minds, one decision. So as I said, the logical mind, basically we take care of, it's an analytical and rational mind. So what does it do is, that you decide the pros and cons of the basis of the facts and figures. You calculate the risks on its basis, and from that thing you take a structured decision out of it. But what does the intuitive mind do? As I said, from your past experiences, from whatever gut feelings you're having, however emotions you're feeling, it is beyond logic. Sometimes you say, something is not right here. You may be going through any business strategies or any vendor or any client selection, and you say, I think something within me is saying this is not right. Many a times you would have come across such situations. So what do? So a 3-step process is there. And what is this 3-step process? So first is listen to your logical mind. Do your homework, because that is the first thing. Actually, what are the facts saying to me? What are the pros? What are the cons? Write it on a piece of paper. See what are the risks involved. That is, use your logical mind first. Then close your eyes and see what is your body telling. Am I feeling, when I think of this particular thing, am I seeing that my body is feeling light and expansive, or is feeling a restriction over there? Because that will make a difference, then you will realize if it is restrictive means I shouldn't go for that. That's my gut feeling telling me. That's the intuitive mind. Now what happens is when we have the logical mind and the intuitive, the third step involves is that in a particular situation, when we see to both which is having a greater weightage, from that we honor it and we integrate both the things together, which is a win-win situation. So for example, I will give you, suppose you choose a vendor. So there are 2-3 vendors and you go and you need to buy one product for your business. Now, with one vendor, the logical mind is saying, oh, it's very profitable and all. But with another vendor, you have a good relationship. Now, so there are 2 vendors or 3 vendors at hand, and you are saying, okay, logically, this is a profitable thing. But my gut feeling is saying, probably he's not a nice gentleman. And with this person, although he is nice friend, but the profit is not a very profitable offer for me. So what do you do then? So close your eyes at that time. See, evaluate every vendor. logically. Then with your gut feeling, then comes your intuitive mind and play, and you say, okay, how am I feeling with this winder? Because you should be at peace at that time. When you're going, internally you should be at peace and feel happy dealing with a particular person. It's not a one-time business. You may give more orders to that vendor. So that is how the difference comes. So engage your logic, tune into your intuition, and integrate both the perspectives. Now the next comes the resistance. Now what happens? Why does the resistance come? It's a body's coping mechanism. So when you are trying to do something new, it's like the body is not ready for it. And so internally it pushes you back, it holds you back as a coping mechanism because it is not comfortable. So that is why you see the image there, that how, your body is screaming, it is holding you and you want to go out. So there is a resistance there. Now what do? So then comes the concept of comfort zone. So what is comfort zone? It's a psychological space where you feel safe and secure. So like suppose this is my safe zone. If I say, I feel comfortable because this is where I have lived with all these years, my habits and everything, I'm familiar with it. But when I want to grow, and when you want to grow, whether it's in business or in your personal life, you want to make new contacts, you need to step out like this. Now when I step out, so many things are involved. There are risks, I may feel safe, I may not feel safe, so many factors. So the first signal body does is, it tries to hold you back. It says, no, don't go for it. So, but for your business perspective, you need to grow. You need to step out of that comfort zone. So that is what it is said here. Now what are the emotions? This is very, very important. That what are the emotions which goes behind when there is resistance? You may be having fear, anxiety, doubt, and worry. Now fear of what? You may be fearful that I might fail when I step out of my comfort zone. If I choose this, I might fail. You may be feeling that you are fearful of the judgments, you are fear of the unknown. You are totally out and you don't know. It's like a huge ocean and you don't know what is happening. So that is the fear factor. Then comes you are doubtful. You are doubtful of your capabilities. Am I capable to step out and take this opportunity? You doubt your own capabilities. Maybe you're capable, but when you're stepping for the first time, it is like, can I do this? Am I capable or not? So there's a huge doubt which stops you back. Then there is anxiety, uncertainty about outcomes. Like, okay, even if I do this, will I gain, will I fail? Now sometimes you are so much into that loop that you feel that, okay, maybe, I don't think so, and you become anxious about it. You're in that loop, and the whole energy is gone there and you withdraw yourself. Then is the worry part. You keep on worrying about what are the potential problems. Maybe the risks you are evaluating, maybe it's not so much as you are thinking the problem. It's like, there's a proverb in Hindi, til ka tar banana, which is like a small thing you are blowing out of proportion. So that is the worry part, that about potential problems can keep you stuck in mental loops rather than taking action. So with all these fear, worry, anxiety, doubt, that holds you back from taking the action, because that is what is required. Then is a compassionate approach to working with resistance. So what is that? How do you work with this resistance? That you work in a compassionate way. You acknowledge first, yes, I am having resistance. Then the second part is that you sort of have a dialogue with your body. Okay, how am I feeling? What's worst can happen? Then the third is that you evaluate the pros and cons of it, and finally, give your mind needs logic. So you convince yourself logically, no, it's safe, it's okay, these are the things that will help you. So this is the next thing. And the path forward is that resistance is not an enemy, it's a messenger. So one part is telling not to go, the other part is telling go. So you need to honor both the bodies, both the thoughts, and integrate it. And the key takeaways, as I said, is that so you have to honor both the minds, the intuitive and the logical mind, and the resistance, how we told about it. You have to trust yourself, trust your body, and trust everything. So affirmations, we'll take just 2 minutes for the affirmations, and I'll the affirmations, please recite with me, holding your hand in the left side, like right hand on the left side, and just one time we'll go through just say, I easily and effortlessly deal with my inner conflicts.
I easily and effortlessly deal with my inner conflicts.
I am able to effectively and efficiently handle the inner conflicts.
I am able to effectively and efficiently handle the inner conflicts.
Third, I trust my intuitions.
I trust my intuitions.
And the divine to guide me.
And the divine to guide me.
In a
manner.
Which is in alignment for my highest good.
Which is in alignment for my highest good.
I love.
Accept.
And embrace being in harmony with everything.
And embrace being in harmony with everything.
I easily and effortlessly resolve my resistances.
I easily and effortlessly resolve my resistance.
I easily and effortlessly change resistance to acceptance.
I easily and effortlessly change resistance to acceptance.
I am the master.
I am the master
In handling inner conflicts.
in handling inner conflicts
And resistances.
in
In an effective and efficient way.
an effective and efficient way.
I
love,
accept, and cherish my skills
and cherish my skills
to handle inner conflicts
to handle inner conflicts
and resistances.
and resistances.
So this is it, and thank you so much for listening to me so patiently and giving this time to yourself. So pat both yourself like that and congratulate yourself that you got at least some awareness regarding it. And regarding myself, so I just want to tell that, just a brief about myself. Yeah, so this is some of you know me, but who have come here for the first time. I'm a counselor and therapist. I was originally a chartered accountant, turned into a counselor and therapist. I am into mindful coaching. I have impacted many lives and helped them to understand, help them to transform their belief systems, their mindset. I do one-on-one counseling, and I was also invited as a speaker in podcasts and in various multiple platforms like VR1 and thru. And I have impacted, I feel, many lives just through speaking and through my counseling. So this is who I am. If anyone is struggling with any of the things, whether it's inner conflicts, today was inner conflicts, or any of the things which you are struggling, you can reach out to me for one-on-one counseling. Thank you so much.